Word for the wise. And I'm only speaking to the wise because an intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks it. There's also, a proverb that tells you, don't even waste your time trying to speak wisdom to a fool because they're going to hate you for it. When I was checking out other, Facebook posts, social media posts, and I came across the guy, the Wall Street Trapper. And I'm like, man, this dude is on Ellen. And so, he starts discussing his things on Ellen. And a lady asked him a question at the end of his discussion. And so she simply asked him, when should he or she or anybody sell a stock? And the immediate answer that he gave, and I'll play the clip.
When do you know when it's time to sell a stock or when to hold on to it because it may make a comeback?
Okay, cool. That's a great question. Love that question. So one of the ways why I typically buy businesses to hold for the long term because compound interest is the best weapon in the stock market.
Because I normally don't knock other people's hustle. I let them go with their wrong information. But this is something that we have to do. It's like you can't listen to everybody. Who are you gonna listen to? It's like you're in a relationship and you listening to your single friends. Well, how much information they gonna be able to tell you? Because if they knew so much, they wouldn't be single. He was saying that he sells a stock, he buys it, he's a long-term investor, which I think most people should be. But he is also saying that he buys these stocks for long-term so that they can compound interest. The only way that you can see any type of the so-called compounding is if the stock shares are gonna split or they're giving you dividends that you're reinvesting into the company over a long period. But the mere fact of you just going and buying a stock and holding that stock does not mean that stock is going to compound. What's happening is if I buy 100 shares, I'm looking for a gain in those shares, a capital gain in those shares. And the only way I can get that gain is for me to sell the actual stock. So if I have 100 shares and it goes up to $100 and I don't sell it, it can go right back down to wherever it was, $50, $10, because it's potential money. And it only turns into kinetic, real money when you sell it. So it's not like, it went up $100 and that $100 locks in and now that 100 is gonna make 100. That's not what's going on. That's what happens with money. When you put money in and invest it and it gets interest, then the interest and the money that you had, that gains more interest and that compounds. So be careful who you listen to. And it sounds good. He said it eloquently, but it's just not right knowledge. And I don't want to, big ups to him because he on Ellen and he's got it going. He's got it buzzing. But at the same time, popular don't mean the best. And popular don't mean right. Be careful who you listen to.